Hello, welcome. This is Blockchain Bloom, the blockchain educator. I'm Matt Lipink, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about that Vitalik Buterin is kind of worried about Bitcoin's future and why. I'm going to tell you what he said. The second thing I would like to talk about, that the Bitcoin dominance drops under 40% for the first time since January, and it's very interesting that in this kind of conditions, the Bitcoin dominance is so low. So things are changing. And the third thing I would like to talk about, that US congressman and also crypto skeptic explains now why crypto ban won't work. So even he's shifting now, who is like an all-time crypto and Bitcoin skeptic. Guys, let's talk about these kind of things in today's video. So if you would like to stay up to date, which is I think very important, simply subscribe to this YouTube channel Blockchain Bloom, because every single weekday I bring you the freshest cryptocurrency and blockchain news. Hit the like button if you like this kind of content, and also check out the links under this video because there are many useful ones. Right, and now it's time to look at the price of Bitcoin, which is at the moment 19,694, tiny little bit down in the last 24 hours, 0.3%. Ethereum 0.6 up, which makes it 1,564. When we're looking at the winners, Ravencoin is the leader with about 9%, Chainlink 4.3, and Polkadot almost 4% up. And when we're looking at the losers, Helium is down 3.6, Flow 3.2, and Chiliz 3.2 as well in the last 24 hours. Let's have a quick look at the candlestick chart, where we can see right now that we are at this support line, actually tied to it, which is around 19,600-ish at the moment. And what you can see here, when we're looking back, then now we're doing this boring phase, sideways action, and then we drop down, sideways action, drop down. So now again, for a couple of days, we're going sideways. And of course, we will see what's next. We shouldn't forget an important date, and this is the 13th of September. The new consumer price index will come out. So how the inflation was back in August. This one, it's very important now, every single month. And then the Fed's reaction, which is how much the interest will go up, or like 75 basis points was back in July, also back in June, and many people say it could be as high as, again, 75 basis points increase. So we will see what's going to happen, but this is the consumer price index coming out on the 13th of September, and that can definitely have an impact on the market. We can see numbers even lower. I think the next level, what we can visit when we go down, it's definitely at this previous support, which was here at 17,600-ish. What's next? We will see. We might can witness something when things turning out good in the short future, to see an increase as well. But overall, even the merge is coming now up, and what's after that. So over, it looks like it's more likely to going sideways and even more go down, because of the situation, what even the energy crisis problem we're having in Europe, and all of the things add to this kind of problem. And many analysis are saying that even the stock market will go further down, which have definitely an impact on the crypto market. So we have to stay up to date and definitely act on the market. Depends in which way it's moving. Right, and now let's move on to the first topic. And the first topic is all about that Ethereum, I want to say Vitalik Buterin, who is the founder of Ethereum, is worried about Bitcoin's future, and he explains it actually why. So of course you do know that Vitalik is supporting Ethereum, obviously, and Ethereum is moving now from proof of work to proof of stake. And basically Vitalik's problem is pretty much this kind of proof of work system. And he explains that he thinks that Bitcoin could face problems in long-term future owing its fee model. So we do know that the hard cap supply for Bitcoin is 21 million. So now we have about 19 million out, and another 2 million is coming in the next more than 100 years, because the last Bitcoin will be mined around 2140. So, and eventually the network will rely on transaction fees alone for security. So basically now the miners, to mine a block, they get the block reward, which after every single halving, so roughly speaking every 4 years, after every 4 years, it's decreasing 50%. So now it's pretty good because it's 6.25 Bitcoin, and with the next halving coming with 3 point something Bitcoin also looking quite good. But in 10 years time, it will be less than 1 Bitcoin from 2032. And this goes on. And after a while, it will just depend on transaction fees, because what the miners receive is basically the block reward and the transactions fees, which are in that block. And when people start to use Bitcoin just like store as just keep Bitcoin because its value, there will be probably less and less transactions in Bitcoin, because there will be other cryptocurrencies they can pay with. If there are less transactions in Bitcoin, probably it will push down the transaction fee. And the question is that will that be valuable and worthy to miners to mine, to do run this Bitcoin network, if they just receive the transaction fees? Will that be enough? We're not talking about now, okay? Vitalik is saying in the long future. But it's an interesting argument, and this is something what we obviously don't know because we haven't experienced it yet. We also don't know how this whole proof of stake system for Ethereum going to work, how the situation looks like after the merge. We do need these experiences and see, okay, yes, what they promised, it's really working, and this is the direction we are going. And also Vitalik added that Bitcoin switching away from proof of work would be politically infeasible. So he thinks this is not doable at all. Right. There are so many questions, to be honest with you. We don't know the future. We try to figure out what's going to be good, what to invest in, why it is good. We do know that Bitcoin is so far working good. So that proof of work system is working. But now the miners get, Bitcoin, because that's the block reward, and then also the transaction fees. But what if that runs out and there will be just transaction fees? Will that be enough for miners? That's the question. Right, now next topic. The next topic is about the Bitcoin dominance drops under 40% again, and that's the first time since January. And that's an interesting situation in the bear market we are in right now. So what's actually funny that now Bitcoin dominance, it's going lower and lower. And we are in this uncertain situation. Usually, people, that was in the past, going away from altcoins and rather putting their money into Bitcoin when it comes to crypto. That makes Bitcoin dominance going up. But right now, we see that Bitcoin's dominance is going actually down. So even we are in this time when there are a lot of uncertainties around, it still looks like that people are still in altcoins. And because this is the ratio which is in the market, so we have the altcoins and obviously we have Bitcoin. So here we go. Right now, the Bitcoin dominance is 39.69%. And look at this. Back in January was the last time we had something like this. And then we got very close to it, you know, back in September. And we had also here a candle back in May, but this was kind of here, you know, a support line. So we are actually very just touching it, almost touching it. But if that drops, that would be actually interesting, because that can bring some altcoins alive. And you know, historically, the lowest one, what we have witnessed, it was here back in 2018 in January, beginning of January, which was around this kind of 35%. So not that much away. And that used to be totally different. If you're looking at, look, historically, Bitcoin dominates society. But why? Because there weren't so many cryptocurrencies. Obviously, at the beginning was just Bitcoin, and then some others came into the game, Litecoin, and so on and so forth, and Ethereum. I mean, not this is the exact order, because there are so many other cryptocurrencies during that time were born. But now we have so many cryptos that to having again a massive Bitcoin dominance, it's unlikely, because now there are projects which are looking serious, and it's still not Bitcoin. Back in the past, you know, Bitcoin was the only one which looked serious compared to the others. And therefore, we had this massive Bitcoin dominance just before 2017, and the 2017, you know, bull market brought the changes the first time. And then look, when we had this, our recent bull market back in 2021, the levels, they just went all the way up here to here to 73. Sorry, that's back in 2020 to be exact. And then, you know, the altcoin season started, and we do know what's happened since. And look, even now that we facing extremely difficult times and a lot of uncertainties on the market, people not going back to Bitcoin that much as they used to, at least when we're looking at the percentage. But as I said, the situation is totally different, because right now there are so many altcoins out, and altcoins are on a different level than they were back in 2018, for instance. Okay, so that's an interesting fact. And now let's move on to the third topic. And the third topic is that US congressman, who is actually a crypto skeptic, explains why crypto ban will not work anymore. So over the years, a lot of things have changed in crypto. And back in 2017, you know, so many people said that Bitcoin is, you know, a scam, it's a lie. But now in 2022, we're talking about regulations and how, you know, it will be implemented into our financial system, and how banks will do crypto, you know, services and all these kind of things. And now we have here him, who is Brad Sherman, and he is a congressman in the United States and really known as a crypto skeptic. And he claimed that banning cryptocurrencies is not an option at this point, saying that we didn't ban it at the beginning because we didn't realize it was important. And we didn't ban it now because there is so much money and power behind it. So Sherman has changed his tune about a ban and now advocates for regulating the crypto market. And yeah, this is also an important thing to realize, that if we are not talking about banning crypto, and especially like Bitcoin, which is now the top one when we're looking at the crypto market cap, then we are talking about something which will be part of our financial system. And if we're looking at from this side, then we realize that these low prices could be pretty good investments, not financial wise, but just theoretically speaking, when we're looking at in 5-10 years time. Because once the regulations are out, then after that, a lot of money can be poured into crypto, into Bitcoin, because people will be more confident to invest in it. seeing that how our fiat currency is, the value of it evaporating because of the inflation. So they looking, hedge against inflation. And definitely after the regulations and when everything is smooth and clear, then this could be a possibility which can, bring a lot of people into crypto. But we will see what will happen. This is now the fact. And even big crypto skeptics who actually wanted to ban in the past, saying that now it's actually too late, there's too much money in it, so now let's do something about regulation. Okay guys, that's it for today. Don't forget, every single weekday I bring you the freshest cryptocurrency and blockchain news, so I'm back tomorrow with the freshest. Have a good one. Bye-bye.